Well, thank you for confessing, Mercury.
I don't do it often, so don't get used to it.
Well, I'm glad you did this time, because there were 4 witnesses who could ID you well enough where I knew exactly who had killed Stig since the day of.
I figured it wasn't hard with how much I hated him. I figured I was suspect number 1.
You were high on the list. Mercury, what I want to know is, whose side...
Before you say that, was I number 1?
No.
I take great pride.
Sorry.
Unfortunate.
Mercury, whose side are you on?
I'm afraid I don't fully understand the question. I don't know which sides there are.
He points over to his desk. Read the letter.
I read the letter.
Okay. You walk over.
Literacy?
No. You walk over and you pick up the letter, and it's very plain. It's a very short letter. All it says is, Rankin Army following Alkanot exploration to Graia. Both armies wiped out. Tempest missing.
That's not a
We're taking over.
Well,
Mercury, there's going to be a war coming. Are you on our side? Are you on the Alkanot side? Are you on Jubal's side?
I'm glad you bring that up. Because I told you there was more I needed to tell you, but I wanted you to digest what I already had. I have more information for you. Information that prior to this point would not have done me any good. Would either have ended me up in a mental institution or killed for heresy. They're pieces to a puzzle that I don't understand. Even Flint doesn't know about this yet. Also, real quick, before anything else goes on, I just want to use my curse sight on Dante.
Okay.
Do I have to roll that or anything?
Roll a willpower. It's not for the curse sight, it's just in effect.
Fair enough.
It's gonna go off no matter what, but...
Yeah.
Good. You look... Well, you know, it doesn't nothing really outwardly happens, but you look at Dante and you can see from him a kind of orb of just pure white light surrounding him. And then there is an odd absence of energy just past that white light. And then you can, beyond that, feel the pressures of everyone else. But that's all you see from it.
Okay. So, Dante, a few nights after we returned to Sanctuary from Graia, I was visited. It was out over in the Swamp of Night Secrets. There was a letter at Tempest's door with a knife through it. It called me there and me alone. It said it had something to tell me. By the way, for the record, the Eldar that I approached, I have his name, but did he tell me he was an Eldar, or did he just mention the Dark Eldar?
He mentioned that they were dark versions of himself.
Okay, but he did not say Eldar.
No.
Okay. So,
I believe he did call them Dark Eldar, so you could probably just infer that they're Eldar.
okay. So, you're currently fighting a false war. The Alknot aren't responsible for the destruction of Graia.
Continue.
Right. Well, sorry, Dante's taking all of this in stride. He's like, Yeah, I figured you probably murdered Stig. It's whatever. I deal with this shit day to day.
He's a man that thinks before he acts.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah, we don't do that around here.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Not at all.
So, according to my contact, who called himself a Sardian, the ones who destroyed Graia were Xeno. He referred to them as the Dark Eldar. He said that they are a offshoot of his kind. He said that they were responsible, and that there was a war coming, and they were going to be attacking the people of Valanthia. I have nothing to back this up other than his otherworldly appearance. I can't verify his words. I can only tell you what he told me. I don't know how trustworthy he is. I don't know to the extent he was talking about the invasion. He said he was going to speak to Tempest directly to try and get him on his side. But I've heard no news of that, and Tempest has left for war, and now this letter reads that he's gone missing. You're the only person I know and trust to give this information to, and I don't know what good it does anyone.
He nods, and then he walks to the door, opens it, and promptly a servant comes to him, and he whispers very quickly. Would you like to roll a perception to see if you can hear it?
Sure thing. Just perception?
Yeah, just straight perception.
Alright.
You hear him whisper, get the librarians, find out anything that we know about Eldar or Dark Eldar, gather the stepsons and send them to go find Tempest immediately. And then he closes the door and turns back to you. Do you know of any way to get in contact with this Ashar, was it?
It was a Sardian.
A Sardian.
And I have no means of contacting him. When I tried to follow him out of the forest, I was hit by some kind of paralyzing agent. I don't know if it was something in the air that had been affecting me from the beginning, or some other effect. It was at that point that Sarna came by and picked me up. And you can understand why I didn't share this information with her. I would have looked like a loon. Or someone siding with the Alknot to throw the blame off.
Yes, I suppose it is good to be careful around Sarna, though I do think you should have told someone.
Can you blame me? Have you ever met a Xeno?
Not that I am aware of.
I've heard nothing from him since. So to answer your question, I'm not on Tempest's side. I'm not on the Alknot's side. I don't side with Jubal. All I want to do is live. Whoever's side that ends up being, I'm okay with.
I suppose that's fair. Well, if you do hear from this Eldar, please let me know immediately.
Of course.
As for your punishment, it's been difficult enough keeping Sarna in the dark about all of this. I suppose you should just lay low for a while.
Seems fair enough.
I have what I want out of all of this, after all.
I suppose I can manage that.
there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing I can think of. I feel I've spilled a lifetime's worth of secrets on you in about 10 minutes. Would you like to know what I had for breakfast this morning?
Sure.
It was a kebab. It wasn't very good. I overpaid.
Unfortunate.
The bazaar's gone downhill since I first arrived.
Well, there was that grain fire.
I suppose if I am... I already told Tempest this, so it might have trickled down to you. I killed the person responsible for that.
No, I'm aware. He was on
Okay.
your ship, right?
Yeah, he came to the city with us, snuck out at night and did that. Said he was going to do something else even worse. We traveled to Graia with a known psyker. Sorry, we traveled to Graia with a psyker after lying to Tempest about it. Only because the person who set the grain fire tried to pin it on him.
Good.
I think that's every secret I've kept for the last 6 months.
Alright, very well. You're free to go.
Oh, and Stig like to wear tutus.
He doesn't believe you.
That's cute.
May I have my Carnodon back?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
And he, pulls the clip out of it, empties the bullets, puts the clip back in, and then hands you both of them separately.
Okay. Does he do that for both clips? Because it's got the duplex on it.
Yes, then he does it for both of the clips.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't
Empties-
want to be the guy who was like,
Yeah. And he pulls out a sword and stabs you through the chest. Alright, let's get this going.
So, thank you very much. I'll be in contact if anything else happens. Oh. No. It does strike me before I leave, so I put the clip back in. Obviously, I still have the bullets, and I just toss them into my bag.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to put my gun back in my holster. I imagine it's been quite some time since anyone's seen Jubal. Presumably less than 48 hours, or more than 48 hours.
Yes.
Would you like a more recent description?
Sure.
Alright, and using my total recall, I give him one.
Alright, he takes it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. He thanks you. And,
Yeah, he does.
he calls another, servant over to have him distribute this around to the guards and such.
Alright. Good day.
Good day.
Alright.
And Mercury,
I enjoyed your fight against Stig.
be careful.
I'll do the best anyone can do in this city.
He sits back down behind his desk.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay. Would you, roll an awareness test for me?
See the red dots on the bottom.
Out of curiosity, does awareness,
Tink, 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 tink.
yeah, does awareness include, like, heightened senses or anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it, sight or sound based?
We'll go with the sight-based one.
Sorry, couldn't hear you. The headset jump. Sight? Okay. Haha! I'm so good.
Fucking nope.
Alright.
I
You,
walk out.
you just leave the palace?
I am oblivious to danger.
Yep.
It's the best way to be.
As you leave the palace and you're making your way down the stairs, a secretary runs out with a sealed letter and hands it to you and then runs back up.
Shit. Can I run back up the stairs after her? I have a question.
You can.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So, as she sits down at her chair, I assume.
No, you catch up to her at the door.
Okay. Pardon me, before you go back inside, are there any letters to a Mercury from one Malthus?
Let me go check. And she goes
Sorry,
inside. And after about, 10 minutes or so, she comes back out with a 2 letters addressed to you from Malthus and hands them to you, and then goes back inside.
Okay. And I head back to Tempest's house. Haha!
I'm gonna go straight there. You're not gonna go and find Flint or anything.
Working, man. Getting it done.
Do I know he's at Lutheran Arms? I know he asked about the apprenticeship with
You
me
would
there, but I don't...
assume, because he was told that he had a job, and he apologized for being absent about the job in
After being
front of
set
you,
on fire.
because he was set on fire, and Lutheran was like, "All right, you can have the day."
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. I'll head to Lutheran Arms.
Okay. You see Flint doing some bitch work, just carrying heavy stuff.
Swabbing the deck.
Pretty much.
Hey, do I see him come out?
Yes.
Can I perceive, like, how he's feeling?
What's up,
Facial
buddy?
Facial expressions?
That'd be a scrutiny to check what his expression is.
It's not gonna go so well.
Good luck.
It's
Do
gonna
it,
go
do
great.
it, do it.
Bless you.
He looks quite jovial to you. Spring in
Having
his
a good
step.
day.
Everything's going his way.
Hopefully more
probably
Light
just
Angel
told-
on fire.
He probably just told Sarna where Jubal lives.
Well, I'm more loyal to Merc than Jubal, so...
Good. Fuck my employer. I don't like him that much anyways.
Hey, I'm on nobody's side. 'Cause nobody's on my side.
Maybe that's
So-
because you're on nobody's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of
exactly.
a self-fulfilling prophecy right there.
Nobody wants to work with me, so I don't want to work with anyone. Why isn't anyone working with me?
Settle
Why does
down there,
everyone
tree
just
bird.
like me?
Alright, well, I'm gonna follow Merc, and then when I realize he's going to Lutheran Arms, I keep more of a distance.
Okay. You make it to Lutheran Arms. You see Flint carrying heavy crap and swabbing the deck.
Me or Andrew? Because I already saw that.
You.
Me.
Okay.
No, he didn't see that. He didn't walk into Lutheran Arms,
Oh, right.
from what he said. So he sees a door open, you go in, and it closes.
Haha! Well, while he's doing whatever he's doing, I'm reloading my clips.
Okay. In public, or as soon as you get into Lutheran Arms,
I
you're
don't
just
like
like,
a dealer.
I'm gonna
Excuse me,
rob
sir.
this bitch.
Is there a reason you're loading your gun in the store?
Board, going loud.
Then the Lord Simon Vilkland had his music blaring. It was glorious. Alright, so you see Flint. Proceed.
I mean, he's doing his job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt him. That'd be rude. I'll wait till he's on break.
Okay.
Could ask him when he's on break.
I didn't really have a reason to go to Lutheran Arms. So,
Okay, good. Well, I mean, it's getting kind of later in the day, so he's probably gonna get off work soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I guess while I'm waiting for him, are there any chairs? I don't know the size of the store.
No. It's a fairly small store. It's more of like a storefront that's just inside of a house. Or
Okay.
inside of a... It's inside. It's an indoor,
Yeah.
tiny little area. With a very large workshop at the back.
Yeah. So while I'm waiting on Flint or Lutheran to walk by, I'm just gonna go ahead and sit down in one of the corners, pull out my knife, and open one of the letters from Malthus.
Okay. The letter you open is very short. It simply states that the Alkanaut Empire, or you could be smuggled into the Alkanaut Empire if you needed it.
Okay.
Flint, you're off work now.
Yay!
You see Mercury looking like a hobo in the corner, playing with a letter.
Aw, you waited for me.
How cute.
Is that how you greet me after not seeing me for a day?
Yeah.
That's okay. Sometimes I don't know why I care about you so much.
Good.
So how was your expedition?
Went pretty poorly.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah. No one killed me, so, you know.
Wanted to find poorly on our walk back to the house?
I can define poorly at the house.
Cool. Let's do it.
Rather not talk about such sensitive subjects in public, but
Alright.
Alright, so I guess you guys
and
walk
so
back to the
barely
house.
we walked.
Yes. Merrily. We skipped, actually.
Well, he's
Verily.
You guys,
You make your way back to the,
should I stop telling Ellen that you're single?
No.
never stop. But yeah, you walk back to
As a matter of
Tempest's
fact, if you stop, I won't.
seaside house. It's very nice. Large wooden house with some, you know, it's got plascrete walls. It seems like there's a way to get to an upper story because there's a small balcony out the back, but you haven't seen a ladder or any way to get up there.
Are we still over in Fisherman's Row?
Yeah, I mean, you're walking back to the house,
Okay.
right? So yeah. You come to it, the door is closed, obviously.
All
I
right.
open the...
Attempt to open the door, I suppose.
Door is locked.
All right. I know we had 2 keys. Did Stig have one on him when he died?
You might
Right.
have.
Did I give the other one to Flint, or do I still have it?
Whose inventory is it in?
That's certainly not in mine.
I'm looking. I don't think I have it.
Alright,
All
well, you
right,
must have
fuck
dropped
this
it
noise.
somewhere.
Would lockpicking be under tech use?
No, lockpicking is its own skill.
All right. I magically sleight of hand my multi-key out of my boot.
Okay. Alright, sure.
We're going with it.
It looks like you're trying to itch your foot, and you pull out your multi-key, yeah.
All right. And I'm going to attempt to pick the lock. And I forget. It's a -20 and I get a +30 for the multi-key.
It's a +10 to have the multi-key, yes.
Yeah. God, that's the dumbest thing.
It's such a stupid fucking rule.
Wait, so I'm in the house?
No?
That's
No, you're off house hunting.
no. I said I
No,
was.
he's
No.
taking a nap.
You're at
Yeah.
your house. They're at Tempest's house.
Oh, okay.
See,
Because I
we're
thought I
all
got
of...
evicted. Would I have even been able to go back?
Well, you wouldn't have been able to go to Tempest's house.
Yeah, no.
You broke in, and now you're sleeping. Now you're squatting. Good for you.
Eh.
Although this is the
Alright.
same day they kicked everyone out, so you probably just went back while everyone was getting their crap out.
I thought that when we got back, everyone had already
Yeah, I know.
vamoosed.
It's fine.
I was
You're
unsuccessful.
just laying. Yeah,
Alright,
so
moves.
the
Peace.
door remains locked.
I mean, presumably the lock stays there and I still have my multi-key. How many times do I get to try this?
Until you break your multi-key.
Cool. I like that that's a possibility.
You can roll 100 with a
Aha!
multi-key.
I still have the new lock.
Alright, I have unlocked the door.
Alright, you unlock the door, and inside you see 3 city guards all looking at the couch very questioningly. And you can hear noise in the other rooms. As you open the door, they all turn to look at you. What do? How do you react to that?
Fucking run!
Gentlemen,
Who are you?
the tenants of this home, who are you?
We're the guard? There are no tenants in this home. Lady Sarna told us to clear this place out.
Well, that's balls. Can we at least grab our stuff?
What did you leave?
I didn't leave shit.
I didn't either.
Oh. Oh wait, yes I
Couch.
did.
The couch.
No.
No, the
I left-
couch!
I left 8 bottles of water and a tarp and some sticks for camping.
Yeah, those were all thrown away. Sorry.
It's understandable.
So much work.
Well,
My tarp.
I was thinking
guess I'll
about
just-
the bottles.
I'm just gonna go ahead and delete those from my inventory. So long, 11 kilograms of stuff I don't have to carry anymore. Not going in the desert again anytime soon, though.
Until we get kicked out of the city.
You're
Shut up
exiled
and
to the
please.
desert.
Exile.
I suppose that's all I left here, so, So we're being kicked out then?
Kicked out? Yes. You squatters are being kicked out.
Well,
You should be glad we're not throwing you in jail.
I mean, we were living here with Stig. I assumed we had permission, but thank you for not throwing us in jail. I guess we'll be on our way. You guys might want to replace that couch. It looks terrible.
Yeah, do you know how that happened?
No, I was gonna ask you.
Why would we know? It was like
Because
this when
you
we
were
got
in
here.
our house
and
with the locked door.
you were squatting here. What did you do to the couch?
Slept on it?
It's terribly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Alright, roll fellowship. Or roll deceive, sorry.
If everyone gets thrown in jail because of the couch, I'm gonna fucking laugh. I'm gonna
I'm
laugh
gonna go ahead
so
and
hard.
Point that. Yeah.
Ah.
I'd like to see, like, if there was
Look,
a judo system.
I really don't care and I don't want to deal with the paperwork. Just get out of here.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to know what they're like renting apartments or anything in the city, would you?
He raises his gun threateningly towards you. Get out.
It's a no then. Come on, Flint.
Alright.
Flint, where were you, man? I needed you back there.
It's a bunch of jerks.
Do I have roll scrutiny to realize they're rushing out of the house?
No, you can see them leaving the house.
Well, I mean, in a rushed manner.
Who said we're rushing?
Yeah.
We
I don't
walked
know.
out of that. We were in the doorway. I opened the door and like 6 armed guards were like, "What's up?" I
Okay,
didn't
so
walk in
so
and
I
go
know
plop down on the
something-
couch like, "Hey guys,
Well,
Can I
I'm
help you?
watching from a distance, so
There's
I
beer
know
in the
something's
fridge."
wrong.
I would have been like, oh my god, yes.
There's no beer in the fridge. I checked last time.
There's going to be beer in my fridge shortly. There's going to be beer in my hand shortly.
Good for you.
Yes. It's Brett Barker
Okay,
back
so,
from beer run.
so I know something's wrong then.
Yes.
Okay.
How would you know something's wrong?"
Because I'm watching you.
We opened the door, stood there for a couple of minutes, and then turned around and walked away. For all you know, it still
Really?
smells.
Which is really weird.
Anyways,
Just go with it.
they acted suspiciously. There. That's what you know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk up to him at this point
Good.
and say, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Doing great, Andrew. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Still trying to help Ellen find, what's her face?
I don't know who Ellen or what's her face are. Andrew, if you're not going to be helpful, you can just go away.
Please.
Stig's Merc's the nicest person.
I have literally not been here for 24. I met Andrew once, and
No,
he
no.
wouldn't leave me alone. So I came back, and he's like, "Hey, Merc."
No, I'm not blaming
I
you.
was
I'm
helping
just stating a fact.
John with something, and I was like, "I've never met them." Is that a gallon of PCP?
Where did you get a gallon from?
I realized it came in liquid form.
Sorry, I thought I said, "Hey guys." Well, going back into role playing, I was helping my friend find out. She's looking for an apartment to stay at. She recently got evicted.
Oh, that makes 3 of us.
I was there for that.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
I like that you went one route with us and just assumed I knew everything, and then backtracked and explained things that Flint knew.
Yay, recap.
It was terrible. We went in and everything was... Well, everything that wasn't...
Was?
Alright, you two are confusing me. I'm going back to Lotharen.
All of Ellen's stuff was still there, but everyone else had skedaddled.
Still don't know who Ellen is. Come on, Flint.
Oh, you haven't met Ellen yet.
No, I think we've established that at this point.
Oh.
That's why.
I'd like to find a house before the sun goes down.
Oh. Oh. Kind of forgot about that.
God, Flint is taking this way too lightly.
I know.
It's like, I have a new friend. It's not you, Merc. It's good.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, Merc
we all-
agrees, but
So, forgot to mention,